E. My conspiracy theory, the price of oil is being driven down to keep gold down. And I think that's in part true. The powers that be plan to make a pile of money when oil skyrockets after the war with Iran starts, which I regard is inevitable. No, probably is, especially if Israel has their way. Anybody that doesn't agree with them in the Middle East, they kill them. And interesting, I recently was on a program that is, I don't know why they had me on, but it was a very pro-Zionist program. And they know I'm anti-Zionist, so to speak, because I don't like what I see Israel doing. I think it's wrong, morally wrong. And about 80% of Jewish people agree with me. That was not the intention of her stop to Israel. But anyway, now we've got 3 here from Chris. Melody, why don't you read them? And let's start off, because I'm going to lose my voice.
Well, I don't have Chris's right in front of me. I was getting ready to start on some other ones, but I can bring them up.
She's got 3. I'll do one, and we'll do 2 later. Many predicted the death of the dollar will take place in October of 2009. Do you agree? I don't know. All I know is it's going to go down. Every time it tries to go back up over 81 on the USDX, it's very unsuccessful. Yesterday was another good example. I get the charts right in front of me here. I can read them off to you. Here we go. And this is important. Let's go back 10 days. These are the numbers. 79.85, 80.55, 80.36, 79.90, 79.66, 80.26, 80.34, 80.71, 80.66, 79.93 yesterday. It can't get out of its own way. So it's going down. When and how far? It's hard to say, but it's going down. So you take it from there.
I have her other question here in front of me now, and it's about in your Wednesday issue. You wrote September and October is when the crisis should hit. This will not be a major crisis, but a crisis nevertheless. This will be but a trial run. Can you please elaborate on how you define or differentiate between a major crisis and not a major crisis? And we will be going to break here in just a few minutes, Bob, if you want to take that up after the break. And because we got a lot more questions coming in. And, of course, we'll share a lot of these questions into Monday's program also. So that's
the answer is we don't know. We've got about a month and a half, 2.5 months to go here. The chances if it get down to 71.18 are excellent. So we could see a drop in the dollar. It could participate. It's not a crash, but it could participate other nations not accepting the dollar. And this is what happened a year and a quarter ago. And it could cause a bank holiday. It's one of the items that could cause that. So we've got to wait and see. We're all prepared for it. We own our gold and silver coins. If you don't, get your act together. You can get them cheap right now. The same thing with the shares. So take it away, Melody.
Here's a question that came in on Wednesday. It's a good little question, but there's the notice for break, so we'll be going to break here in just a few moments. If you were put on the spot and asked, what do you think the spot price of gold will be on October 31st and December 31st, what would you say?
$1,250.
What about silver?
$25 to $30.
My prediction back in January was $1,200 to $1,250 on the end of the year for gold. silver, I don't speculate on cars price.
And I'm going to tell you something after we come back that refers to that in the market rigging.
There we go.
+1.
And thank you for joining us this afternoon. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. 1-800-375-4188. That's 1-800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs. And, of course, your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. And, Bob, would you like to tell us about the International Forecaster, please?
Forecast is about business, finance, economic, social, political issues all over the world. We publish on Wednesdays and Saturdays by email. Usually runs around 35 or 40 pages. And we have a hard copy for those who are not on the Internet that goes out twice a month. If you'd like to go to our site, that address is the internationalforecaster.com. The International FORECASTER.com. If you'd like to email us, that address is Bob, B-O-B, at INTFORECASTER.com. Bob at intforecaster.com.
1-800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. You can get a free subscription to the International Forecaster by purchasing your $20 gold pieces here at Discount Gold and Silver Trade. 1-800-375-4188. Thought I'd go back and from a month ago to see where gold was trading at compared to today, and to see what $20 gold piece did the best in that time frame. Back on June 10th, gold spot was $9.60. Today we're trading at $9.14. The coin that fared the best was the Mint State 64 $20 Liberty, and it is up $70 with that drop in gold. So they did the best. And the second one that came in was the 65 Liberty. The Liberties just seem to have fared a little bit better than the Saints did. Most of the coins in the Saints looks like 61 Saint actually was up. Well, actually they're down about $10. So the 62s you're looking at about a $30 change. So change since June 10th. So not a bad performance in $20 gold pieces with the softness that we've seen in the spot price gold. So remember, folks, when a lot of people were telling you to trade down, sell those high grades and buy bullion coins. And I hope you didn't do it. And you still have a little bit of time. If you have any of those gold bullion coins, take some of them, and you should be trading up. And there's always some good coins out there to purchase. Just give me a call at 1-800-375-4188. Did you have any further comments? You were going to talk about the price changes when we were asked what we thought spot gold and spot silver would be at the end of this year.
Yeah, that's going to be affected, and a number of other things are going to be affected by what comes out of what could be one of the greatest scandals in the history of Wall Street. What has happened is that the United States government came up with a program that could manipulate the stock market. And they gave that program to Goldman Sachs. And so for the last 6 months, when Goldman Sachs had these extraordinary earnings, the rest of the street got very, very mad about it because they knew something was wrong. And Goldman went from around 24% of black box trades to about 51, 2, 3%. Very unusual. And in fact, they control the market. And what has happened is that a person left their employ and went to work for a competitor, and they got upset about that, and they said that that person had illegally used the program and had given it to somebody in Germany. And without any hesitation, Goldman brought in the FBI, and without any investigation, to take the person up. And Goldman didn't want this to get out of jail. On bail. Well, he did. He was given bail by the judge. We don't know whether this person has done anything